The night air still carried the scent of rain when Daniel moved into the quiet little town. The streets were empty except for the glow of a few porch lights, and the place had the kind of silence that felt heavy rather than peaceful. His new house sat at the end of Maple Street, an old one-story place, with uneven floors and windows that rattled whenever the wind passed. On his second night, while unpacking boxes in the living room, he heard a knock at the door. When he opened it, a woman stood there, older, her gray hair pulled back tight and her hands knotted together like she was holding something back. "You're the new one," she said in a low, steady voice. "I'm Margaret. I live across the street." Daniel gave a quick smile, expecting small-town friendliness, but her eyes looked too serious for that. She leaned closer. "Don't look out your windows after midnight. No matter what you hear, no matter what you think you see, just don't." Before he could ask what she meant, she was already walking away, disappearing into the wet glow of the streetlights. Daniel closed the door, half amused and half uneasy. Local superstition, he thought. Every town had one. But later that night, when the clock crept toward 12, the warning pressed against his mind. He tried to focus on the TV, flipping through channels, but the laughter tracks and flashing lights only made the silence in the house feel sharper. By midnight, the rooms felt too still, like the air had stopped moving. His eyes drifted to the window. His stomach tightened. At 12:03, everything inside the house went quiet. The hum of the fridge, the tick of the wall clock, even the wind outside. Daniel's breath sounded too loud, against a tight knot in his chest. He pulled the curtain back just an inch and looked out. The street was washed in moonlight, slick with rain, empty. Then he saw it. A figure stood in the middle of the road. It was tall, too tall, with its shoulders curved like it was straining under its own weight. Its face was hidden in the dark, but Daniel felt its attention lock onto him. He couldn't move, couldn't even swallow. The lights in his house flickered, buzzing like they were about to die. When they steadied, the street was empty again. Daniel stumbled back from the window, heart pounding so hard it hurt. The next morning, he crossed the street, and Margaret was there, bent over her garden. She looked up, saw him, and her expression said everything before he spoke. "You looked, didn't you?" she asked, her voice almost breaking. He stayed silent, but his face gave him away. Her hands tightened on the edge of her gardening spade. "Then it knows you now," she whispered. "Once it sees you, it remembers, and it doesn't stop coming back."
That night, Daniel didn't dare sleep. He kept every curtain shut, every light burning. But when the clock hit midnight, the house still fell into that same heavy silence. And when the lights flickered, even with every window sealed, he thought he saw a shadow stretching across his floor, long and crooked, reaching slowly toward him.